It was OSU got out-coached, outplayed.
Lucas Raymond is also from Sweden, so he's an anytime goal scorer for one of those 2 games they have in Sweden. So I don't know which one it is, but it's going to be one of the 2. So lock
This
that.
doesn't make any sense. I was pissed. Fumble recovery happened. I'm going to be honest, I turned off the game. I checked back in. That was fine.
D-backs here, baby. Come on.
They're walking up to the table blind. I'm betting fucking blind. Welcome back to Sharps Sports Podcast. Caught myself. We are back. The boys are back on
You
another
fucking did it
Wednesday
wrong.
evening. We are not a
You caught
podcast.
yourself doing it right. You're right, but it's Sharps Network. That's not
But it doesn't matter because we're still a podcast. I'm technically right. So it's another Wednesday evening. The boys are back. It's a Wednesday, which means we get Luke here, and all 4 of the boys are here to talk sports, national champions, basketball, football, hockey, and picks. So without further ado, let's start it off with the world of NBA, which is why you're looking at just me and Jesse. So we got a couple of things that I want to go over. Some things are major, some things are minor, but let's just start off with the biggest story right now in the world of basketball, and that is Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies. They got Ja back. We talked about it week after week. The momentum was buzzing. Everything was starting to change for the team. Everything was starting to get better. We talked about what those expectations could be, but sadly, those have now been all thrown out this season as Ja Morant is officially out for the season. He is enduring shoulder surgery. Yeah. Jesse, I know this one hurts.
Yeah, it sucks. We're gonna make that play in, and I don't know if we're gonna do that anymore. So it's tough. Soldier down.
Yeah.
I just think it's really not cool of the Grizzlies to give you false hope for 7-8 days just to rip it all away.
For a week.
Literally a week of hope. Here you go. Look, we're good again. He's not playing.
I mean, they really just trolled you guys.
It all came from, what game was that? I feel like he got a shoulder problem when he played, was it the 70s? No, the Raptors. I feel like his shoulder started to hurt a little bit during the Raptors.
You think his shoulder? You think that the fact that Ja Morant said, and I'm asking, this is not me being my normal smart ass self. He said that he was having, I don't remember the exact word he used for it, but irritation. That was the word. Irritation in his shoulder. But he said after he was stretching and he'd go do warm ups during the game, everything would be fine. If you're experiencing irritation with your shoulder just here and there, and you continue to throw 10 to 15 yams a game with that shoulder, you're not helping, is all I'm trying to say. So my question is, why? We've seen that you can throw it down with the left just as well. We've also seen that you have a great floater and a great mid-range game. Why do you still have to throw it down? Because I checked, and he dunked 8 times and then 11 times the game before. And I was like, you're not helping yourself here. So
It's his ball game.
I was going to say, is it just the fact that that's his repertoire and he can't – I mean, if it works, don't change it type thing?
As long as it don't turn out to be D Rose in his ankles, it's fine.
Yeah, I agree. Because that would be a real shame if we had another one of those situations. A real shame.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking, man. Now, let's get into another team that I want to talk about real quick, and that is the New York Knicks. So, they acquired OG Anunoby, and in those last 6 games that they have played, they have been 6-0, and they are currently in 2024, even though we're only 10 days in. Number 1 in win percentage, win margin, defensive rating, and net rating. So, since the Knicks have gotten OG, they've been 6-0, and they have been playing great ball. Thoughts on this, Jesse?
Yep, it was always a good trade, but I just feel like the Raptors lost it because I feel like their team's the same, it's just younger.
The Raptors are actually – I'm happy Tyler put that too, because the Raptors are actually rolling with what they got too. I like the way that they're playing. I will say, though,
Look, all I'm saying is, the Raptors lost to the Lakers by 1 point yesterday.
I was just about to talk about
that. Before that, smacked the Warriors 133-118. lost to the Kings, smacked the Grizzlies, smacked the Cavaliers, actually they lost to us. You know what I mean? Like, okay. Their trade piece has been doing good. The Raptors aren't necessarily out of this world, but their trade piece is doing really good.
Yeah, and if you want to talk about that Warriors game last night, Jesse, real quick, Darko, the head coach for the Raptors, did you see his press conference?
No, I did not.
Pissed. Absolutely pissed. I'm not gonna, play the whole thing because it's like 2 minutes on here, but the sum of it was 23 foul calls in the fourth quarter against the Raptors.
I didn't see that.
2 against the Lakers. Yep. 23 foul calls against the Raptors and 2 against the Lakers. And he says 2 things that I found very interesting. He said, 1, Scotty Barnes is a franchise player. We are going to make him a franchise player. He doesn't need to be like, he said in his words, like the other guys on the court and just drives to the rim, not looking for a foul, not looking for a flop, and not looking for other shit. So now you just said he's not looking like LeBron and AD.
He's literally talking shit right now.
Exactly. The second
great.
he said the word flop, everyone goes, okay, now he's just not hiding it, right? That's the big thing that pointed out. And then after that, he immediately looked at the reporter and said, if the refs wanted the Lakers to win this game, they should have emailed me and we wouldn't have showed up. We wouldn't have even played the game tonight if we would have known that they always were going to have the Lakers win this game. And there's a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of people who are calling him a crybaby bitch, a lot of people who are really liking this shit, who are saying this is the type of head coach I like. So I want to ask you guys, what are your thoughts?
My personal thoughts off rip are you're going to see a lot more of this. This is the future of, oh, that ref is terrible. Everything kind of boils down to one thing, and it's the reason you're watching this podcast: sports betting. Sports betting is the only thing that gives everyone, now that all the sports are in bed with gambling companies, it's, hey, they all coexist now. They're part of together. Why do people care when Sean McVay kicked a fucking field goal with 3 seconds left and he's down by 10? Because of sports betting. Like, these little tiny things, the Lions game, the calls in the Raptors game, these things matter so much more now and are way more amplified because of point spreads, because of all these things. And I just think you're going to hear a lot more of this after this event. And
but so which side do you land on?
I think everyone's just getting more.
Which side do you land on, though, in terms of, like, you fuck with it or you're like, shut up and just play ball?
I think that this is going to be kind of wild. Hot take time. There's always a higher up power that's in charge of what the fuck is going on. I may or may not live to find out who that is that controls everything that happens. But I think that there's something somewhere where maybe not every time, but once in a while, it gets thrown on purpose. I can't prove anything, nor will I think.
What do you think? Do you think that this man is just trying to create noise and just create excuses?
I think he's got a point.
I think
a
unanimous, like, that's a huge amount of points. I mean, not points.
23 fouls in the fourth quarter is insane.
That's a wide margin. That's what I'm looking for. That's a wide margin.
That's too much haterade for one ref.
I feel like if you call 28 on one team, the odds of the other one only getting 2 is crazy. You're not just calling hard fouls.
Also, am I right or wrong? Did they not like cut down majorly on like calling fouls on driving to the rim and shit like this year and last year?
Because
I see a lot less.
The main thing they cut down on, Tyler, was the flopping, and they have cut down on it.
Sounds like LeBron's still pretty good at it.
But I'm going to be honest, Tyler, there's a lot of NBA players that are still very easily finding ways around it and loopholes and ways to get the foul calls. They're honestly putting more effort in finding ways to get the foul than to make the shot half the time. It's insane. True, though.
You're going to give me free points, I'm going to take them.
Yeah. But I agree with you guys. I think that this is the type of head coach that I'd be like, thank you for giving a fucking shit and not being a head coach that just goes, oh, calls didn't go our way, man. What are you going to do? No. You look at that and you go, that's not right. So I'm going to say something. I like that. 100%.
Do you know what I think that was inspired by? I think that was inspired by Dan Campbell.
Well, it's hard for
they
you to
saw
not
a head
think
coach
that
get
right
on
now,
the podium
Tyler.
and said, you know what? That motherfucker speaks how he feels. Doesn't matter. So he said, you know what? I feel like I got fucked. My turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell him how I feel.
I agree. And then final thing that we have to close out the podcast. And Tyler, I'm actually going to have you stay in here, but you're not going to like why. We have a lot of young players that are on this Golden State Warriors team. We know the established veterans that are Clay, that are Steph, that, you know, who've been there. But when it comes to the younger players, day after day after day, report after report after report, it has come out. They don't like Steve Kerr. They don't like his system. They don't like the way that they're being played. They don't like what's going on. And specifically, the main man who has spoken out about it and started all of this was Jonathan Kuminga. Jonathan Kuminga just straight up told everybody that he has lost his faith in Steve Kerr. And all the younger guys around him that you would expect to be like, hey, man, don't lose the faith. I believe it was Moses Moody who immediately stepped forward and was like, that's right. And they asked another young guy, and they were like, yeah, look at what happened with Wiseman and somebody else, I can't remember his name, and that's why they're no longer here. And then you start to think, and you're like, damn. With all these players that Steve Kerr was given, the Curry and the Clay and this and that, he's good to do them. But with all these young guys that he has to develop himself, not looking too hot for him in that process right now.
You don't know how to deal with bums.
What's up?
He only deals with greatness. That's all he's ever dealt with his whole NBA and coaching career is people that are dogs and go get it. And I think they don't got the self-motivation, so they're looking for it in coach, and he ain't giving it to them. Because what I got to motivate you for at work in the career you chose.
Yeah, 100%. You're the babysitter.
Oh, he said, what do I got to motivate you for? Look up at the fucking banners. We got one. Look at that shit. You want one? You want your name on one of those motherfuckers? Huh? Do you? Because it doesn't look like you do.
Because some players, like Moody and Kuminga, play soft sometimes. In their position, they cannot be soft with the players they got shooting. So sometimes they get benched because they play soft. And I just feel like Wiseman plays soft. They keep getting these big men who they want to play like big men, and they don't. So to me, I think they couldn't.
So I mean, we'll see what happens there. Yeah, that is all the. And Draymond's back. We'll see how that goes, but. That is all the NBA news that we have. So, what are we getting into, Ty?
I don't like the way the flow of these basketball picks are going. Because back-to-back games, it is going to be split 2-2.
I'm going to take John and them boys.
Fuck Dylan for taking my pick because I was going to take the Bulls because now give me the Nets.
Fuck me, we all said the Bulls.
You started it.
Look, I didn't say that.
I was saying under my breath, take the Nets, take the Nets, take the Nets. I want the Bulls. Give me the Bulls. And you took the Bulls. So I'm like, fuck this fucking guy. Who does this guy think he is?
All right, let's get into some Downtown Cash picks. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't already, make sure you go download the Sharps app so that you can post your picks and I can ride them, or I can get them and you know nothing about sports, or I'll do neither one of those things. But hey, you'll never find out if you don't download the Sharps app. So make sure you do today and use tie code 011 as your promo code when you sign up. Dylan.
Bada bada boom. Let's get right into it. Game number 1, 8:30 p.m. tonight on ABC. We have the New Orleans Pelicans going to Golden State to take on the Warriors. Warriors don't have CP3. Pelicans don't have Alvarado. And we have a -2 spread for the Pelicans.
I'll take the -2. Since Steve Kerr doesn't know how to coach.
You say Warriors?
Yes.
No. Wait, who's -2?
Pelicans -2 at the Warriors.
Okay.
Give me the Warriors.
Luke, just flip your hat upside down. It's a
Man,
W.
No.
this
Oh
is
my
fun.
God.
For Warriors, not for Washington. No, you did have to actually take it off your head.
I understand what he was
I
doing there. I
Sure.
got it. I am going to take. I'm going to take the Pelicans here. Pelicans are playing good ball as of late too.
Pelicans play good ball and choke most of the time.
It's gonna be
Give me the
spreading.
Warriors.
Yes, sir. It is. Split that bitch right down the middle. All right. Damn! I didn't realize we got 2 good ass games tomorrow, both on TNT. Starting off with the 7:30 game, the the Boston Celtics going to Milwaukee to take on the Bucks.
What's that spread?
There's no spreads for the games tomorrow. Actually, there's a spread
Spreads.
for one of them, not for this one. Sorry.
No way. It's tomorrow.
I have a spread for every single game.
That's wild.
But the Boston.
I believe
Milwaukee.
you.
Yeah.
Boston and Milwaukee. Oh, maybe it's because Boston's playing tonight. Huh, that's odd. Okay.
You know what?
Well,
For those purposes, do you want me to change the game? Because I can easily. There's another really good game.
yeah, change the game.
Let's do it. All right. 8:30. We got the New York Knicks going to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. Knicks been red hot going to Dallas -3.5 points.
Give me the Knicks. I got to ride what's hot. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I'm taking the Knicks because the Mavericks lost to the Ja Morantless Grizzlies.
They did, didn't they?
Yep.
Oh, I have to ride them. They have to get a fucking win back. Give me Dallas. Oh my God. Come on, Luka. You cannot be going out like that.
It's a bad loss.
Kyrie and Luka had 64 points. The rest of the team did not.
I currently hate everything Dallas, so give me Knicks.
You know what?
Luke, that game was in
I
Houston.
understand. No,
Oh,
Tyler.
never mind.
Cowboys. Yeah.
I thought he was going natty on us. I was like, wait a second.
All right. Tyler, you gave. Oh no, you already gave. My bad. All right.
Yeah. I got
Next
you.
game, final game, 10 o'clock p.m. We have on TNT the Phoenix Suns going to LA to take on the Lakers. -1.5 points is the spread for the Lakers.
Suns money line.
Jesse?
Suns cooking the Lakers. Give me, Suns money line.
They're gonna cook them like a fried egg on tinfoil outside.
I don't think they're 20 call in the fourth quarter, Dylan. Suns money line.
I'm taking the under. 237 is the over-under. I'm going to take the under in that game.
We'll see if
That is DTC. Baby.
Well, if you're new around here, you don't know what's coming. If you are not new around here, you know what's coming up
I
next.
think that, you want me to be completely honest?
Yeah.
Last time That's Capitals.
Get to the guap, it's a must. Speak on the top of my brothers'
Hell.
blood. None of these niggas can trust. You cannot question, you know what it was. Yo, what you going for us? You get this back 'cause I'm putting in work. Like I speak fluent in Russian. Did you catch that?
What up, Dylan? All right, Luke. Puck luck, pickaronis. Focus. We weren't fucking around or anything. Da-da-da-da-da.
Number one for the puck luck picks. What's happening tonight? Wednesday, 10 p.m. We have the Vegas Golden Knights headed to Colorado to play the Avalanche. The over-under is 6.5.
Dylan.
Let's do the Avalanche. Let's do Avalanche.
Jesse.
Avalanche.
Over to me. Knights. Luke.
Well, you see, the Knights are kind of on a little slumpy slump.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to take the Avs.
Ooh, and they just beat
Golden
Boston.
Knight Island.
Not gonna lie. Last time the Knights
Bro,
won,
Boston just lost to Arizona. I don't even want to hear it.
Ooh, Boston isn't Bostoning. You love
Damn
to see
right.
in
it.
overtime.
You're damn right they did.
Boston isn't Bostoning. You love to see it.
All right, game 2, Luke.
Game number 2 is happening Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. The Edmonton Oilers are coming to the D to play the Red Wings. Over under 7.
They got a
I should have expected. They know. Should have been 7.5, okay.
Over in a Red Wings victory.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Faux
5-4.
shizzle. Dylan.
Oh, you want 2 picks for this game, huh?
9 goals.
Give it to him.
Uh,
you got, Dylan?
I'm not going to the game, so I'm gonna take Edmonton. Sorry. That's how it works.
There's no way you've been to all victories of the season.
I am 6-0 this year, 6-0 last year. The last 12 Red Wings games I've been to, I'm 12-0.
I
This
do
is
not give
actually
a
a fact.
shit about anything you
This is
just
a
said.
fact.
I'm saying they've won games without you there. That's what I was saying.
Oh,
Yeah, but like, you know,
It's not a
Dylan's out there,
guaranteed,
it's
though.
not a guaranteed win.
You know what I
so,
mean?
like,
So,
a little more
like-
risk on the table.
honestly, Jesse, I would go
I'm-
under and Edmonton.
Oh, fight me.
I would.
Run it.
I'm not
Run
gonna.
Run it. $20 bet straight up between the two of you.
I'll do 10. I'll do 10 straight up. $10 bet straight up. I'll do that. You can't see, but
What
I'm
happened?
also shaking.
Never mind. You gotta believe me that you both shook. I'm taking the Oilers.
Can you ride him? That's crazy. Heard.
I'm taking, because I am going to this game, the Red Wings love to score at home. And the Oilers love to score too. And both teams have dog shit goalies. Give me the over. Hammer
Damn
the
right.
over. Thor's hammer the over. Body slam the over.
Put the
Karate
over through a
kick the
fucking
over.
table.
Throw the over through the wall.
Jump off the roof of the stadium into the over.
Jump into the Detroit River with the over.
Game number 3.
Game number 3. This is happening Friday night, believe it or not, at 8 p.m., believe that or not, Eastern. We have the Philadelphia Flyers headed to the state of hockey, Minnesota, to play the Wild.
Minnesota. Wow. You're really doing it to me, huh? Oh.
I got
Philly
my
and
pick.
Minnesota. Wow. Give me the Flyers. Fuck
I'd rather give you one of my toes.
Yup, Flyers.
Dylan?
Apparently,
I'd
he's
rather
giving
give you
us
my
hope.
finger than fucking pick this game.
What's the over under?
I can switch it to the Arizona game Thursday.
No, I'll pick it. What's the over-under? What's the over-under?
There is none yet.
All right, whatever it comes out to be, give me the under.
The under, whatever it is, Bird.
Yeah, they're both poverty, right?
I hope it's 5.5.
No.
Minnesota's always like good and bad at the same time, so they're weird.
Philly is rolling, low-key. And I'm kind
What are they? Oh no, I forgot. I remember when we played Philly. Yeah, Philly's good, but Philly's lost 4 out of the last 5. So, and so was the Wild. So
And
yeah,
it's
they're both
happy.
not looking too hot.
But they're not poverty. The Wild are
Not
always
poverty.
needed.
No, not poverty.
Just to
Just
disappear.
That doesn't mean under in goals.
both on cold streaks. I'll say that.
Arizona is poverty, Dylan. Come on.
Okay,
Yeah,
calm
for
the
real.
fuck down.
They're
You're gonna be
poverty.
That's
mad
poverty.
when we
That's a
sneak the
poverty
wild
That
card
is
spot
bad.
and then we win the cup.
That's a fucking poverty franchise.
Couldn't be me.
Zone it to the ship this year. You heard it here first. Actually, I've probably said that like 10 times by now, but to the ship.
There's no way.
But
But you heard it
anywho,
here first.
You're
There's
only
no
hearing
way
it
this is
here.
the first time.
what do you have, Jesse?
Huh?
What do you got?
What's your pick
He's
for the
got,
game?
Philly.
Yeah, Philly.
I didn't hear it.
He took
They
Philly
did
right
that.
after me.
But
All right, and that is Puck Luck Picks.
Give
Means,
He needs to
sorry,
make his
I'll leave. I'm actually.
I just forgot. And then he leaves.
Shout out to my man Wild Fuller 125. Give me Philly.
And those are the Puck Luck Picks.
Sports bettors, you need to download Sharps, the better social network. With Sharps mobile app, you can tail your friends' bets with one click. See a bet you like? Just click the whale tail icon and boom, it will open in your corresponding sportsbook. Sharp securely connects to major sportsbooks like FanDuel, MGM, Caesars, and more, so you can not only track your bets, but share your bets in creative ways. So gather the gens, download Sharps for free, and join our fast-growing sports betting community.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the NFL action, a little thing happened on Monday, and we're going to let Luke fucking spiel about it because it's the only right thing to do in this case scenario. So without any further ado, the national champion, Michigan Wolverine fan.
Let's go! It's great to be a fucking Michigan Wolverine, baby. I said this was our year. I told you we were going to do it. Everyone wants to talk, especially Jesse. Oh, Washington this, Washington that. They've never faced an offense like this before. Well, they've never faced a defense like ours before, motherfucker. We got the number one defense in the country, and we steamrolled them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Oh, my God, it feels great. You know, I had the Diamondbacks. They just cock teased me earlier in the year. They want to make it to the World Series and then just get steamrolled. But the boys in blue come through. I love it.
I turn looking to him like an everyday Dr. Seuss over here. This man gets so excited. Great atmosphere at the bar Monday. Absolute vibes. Good idea on you on going to the bar. And then Blake Corum kind of scaring the shit out of me early in the game. Place, you know, you can't just be an average guy on Sharps and place Blake Corum anytime touchdown bet for minus fucking 425. Like, no.
Yeah, you gotta place two.
I'm way more generous. 2+ touchdowns, and then you keep making your bets.
Hey, I told you.
Edwards at the fucking first quarter.
See, that's why you were scared, because the Don decided, oh, wait a second. I remember what I used to be. I know I've been a ghost all season. Let me just march down the field in back-to-back drives and get a tutty. Because why not? Because he's the Don. And then Ty's getting all worried because Don has 2 touchdowns. Like, oh my God, we should have bet the Don. They're just.
I look at Luke. I'm like, I bet the wrong running back, dude. I told him. I picked the wrong fucking guy. But beforehand, before the game started, I did tell you if you guys were winning a natty, that your boy was going to have at least 2 touchdowns if you're winning a natty. And he fucking did because they got the pick. God bless. They tackled his ass. If he would have picked it for 6, I would have been so upset.
Hey, man, I told you, keep that belief in Corum. He was still going to do it even after the Don going crazy. Both of them, the Don and Blake the Great, ran for over 100 rushing yards and 2 TDs. Oh, my God, it was unbelievable. Unfortunately, my single game parlay missed because I needed over 174.5 passing yards by JJ. But that was never going to happen because all Michigan had to do was just run the ball. Washington couldn't stop them. And I told you that.
When Shelby parlay, that's the one concern I had.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
JJ's fucking passing yards.
Hey, I tried to tell you, especially you, Jesse. I tried on that Wednesday pod before. I was like, hey, I'm not shook. We're just gonna run it down their throat and just take the time off the clock and control the whole game.
I didn't care because at the end of the day, you can call it a steamroll. You really can on the scoreboard. But it was a very close game to where Washington would have got a touchdown when they didn't. It's a whole nother ball game. So you can call it a steamroll, but it wasn't really. The time when the score was still 20-13.
There was like 3 drives they could have scored on.
No, but one they got to
the one where they had like the 4th down where he botched it. How about that?
Yeah.
That was that one you're talking about when he ran like the wrong route.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the one that sealed it pretty much. Like if you were gonna come back in this game and make it good for Washington, that was the play. And Buddy literally tripped over his own feet. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kept them
Jesse, any final words for Michael Penix in Washington?
Hey, you guys choked when it mattered, but you did have the 97th ranked defense for a reason. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, that's literally it.
And at the end of the day, when it comes to one of the best offenses and one of the best defenses, defense wins championships.
Bitch.
What is happening is Michigan's going to get this dub.
And that's exactly what I saw. I got my money's worth and I didn't pay a dime. It was free. I should have had to pay for that shit. It was unbelievable.
In that situation, you just fade the green.
Kirk Cousins back to throw on 4th and 18. He's given time. He wants Jefferson.
Play half as good as they did last week in this season and still come out on top. I lost count how many interception clips there were.
I felt like we kept watching the same one over and over, but it was always a different.
Walker on first down. It's picked off. What a play. Lorenzo.
Remember the ecstatic excitement and rage-filled little man's rant so that we can laugh at
If the
him.
Titans never got Derrick Henry, Dylan wouldn't even know Tennessee had a football team. I swear to God.
Honestly, you're muted. Yep. Okay. Honestly, I love the start of that clip. You see, what's going to happen is Michigan's going to get the dub.
And then Dylan cut to Dylan. And that's exactly what I saw.
So let's start it off before we get into NFL. We had a little bit of breaking news.
We were saying it all year. We
Ago.
just didn't know it.
It is a bombshell. It is a big piece of news. Before we go to NFL, we have to talk about this, Tyler. Nick Saban, head coach of Alabama, has officially announced his retirement at age 72. The 6-time national champion has decided to officially hang it up for Alabama. And before you comment, it is also the reason why, as Luke was doing that whole spiel, and I was like, and on my phone and everything, 5-star wide receiver Ryan Williams, the man who's supposed to be pretty much the next Marvin Williams, has officially decommitted from Alabama, and also 5-star offensive tackle has also decommitted an hour after Nick Saban has announced his retirement. So all
Come
these
to Michigan,
5-stars,
boys.
they're leaving.
So
they don't want to go to Bama without Saban.
This is the downfall of Alabama.
Yes.
Because it was always Nick Saban. Because the coach is why the players come. So if you don't have Nick Saban, you're literally just a name. I don't know when the next time Alabama's going to win a national championship is.
I told you they're collapsing.
The SEC is dead. The Big Ten is now. And the Big Ten
Michigan.
is getting USC, is getting Washington. The national championship is going to be won by the Big Ten for the next 5 to 10 years.
Hey, Harbaugh, Michigan, retired Saban. Told you they're collapsing.
Look, Saban left. I think that means Harbaugh's staying. I think that's what that means. He's going to be the new Saban until he's 72. But hey,
Saban, I understand
Nick
his
Saban for his
because
6 national championships.
he's done everything.
Fuck Saban.
You
Put it
could
all
handle.
outside here. I ain't clapping for him.
Hey,
He is
Saban
the
went
pinnacle
down.
of college football. I'm
Saban
sorry.
would-
He is.
If
You gotta
he's your
love it.
friend,
Hey, Saban.
that's like not respecting Bill Belichick. Like, come on.
Saban went down with the SEC. He's like, you know what? We just let the Big Ten win the Natty. I let the SEC down. It's time to go.
Man, they're not
It's
giving
it's literally like
NIL
when the
money.
king can't
They don't
defend
care
his
about
kingdom
me.
anymore. He's like, they took over the castle. I gotta go. Like, it's done. And he felt like his kingdom got taken
Basically,
over by the Big Ten.
essentially,
I get it.
Essentially, in metaphor terms, you slice the king's head off.
That's exactly what they did. So congratulations,
dead.
Jim.
The king
You
is
sliced
dead.
his head off.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, that's what happened. and they're all gonna go to fucking Michigan. Watch.
Yeah,
they're gonna transfer
they're all
to
gonna go to
Michigan.
Georgia. That boy
Watch.
Kirby's gonna pick them all up.
Or yeah, if they still
Kirby's gonna pick them all up. But anyway,
this is the best day of Kirby's life.
Not when Jim
You,
sneaks
I
his
get
hand
you,
in there
I
and
get you, I
swipes
get you.
him.
because do
like
you want to know what,
Swiper.
Tyler? Everyone's
Hey, you
saying
know what?
Ryan
You know what?
Williams, the
You know-
offensive tackle, they all had
In order-
Georgia.
Luke, in order for that to happen, your coach has to say that he's gonna be the fucking coach first. Then he can
Hey,
get players.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey,
they can't go
either-
to Michigan.
Either
'cause they don't know who's
Sharon
gonna be
Moore
there.
or Jim is going to sneak their hand in there and play the role of swiper
Someone
and
gotta
just
do it.
steal all of them.
Someone's got to do it now. Though. You got to tell him you're going to be the
Yeah.
coach. Also, Luke, are you going to
We
the parade?
will see.
I really want to.
There's a parade.
I
on
really
Saturday.
want to. I might be
I would
making
Okay.
a pit stop in Ann Arbor.
Let's get into NFL week number 18. I don't want to be that guy, but I got to steer the shit. So let's get into the first game that we had
Sometimes it's
on.
okay to hit an iceberg. Just saying.
I know, but I'm trying my best. Saturday,
Thanks for good move.
Pittsburgh and Baltimore. We had the Steelers who were 17-10, or the 10-7 Steelers who went to Baltimore and won 17-10. Two backup quarterbacks. We talked about how Tyler was not going to watch this game for the reffing, and I will say I made sure he didn't because he tried to. I wouldn't let him. And yeah, it was a pretty boring football game, pretty bad football
And
game.
you know what? I told you what my lean was. My lean was the under, and that bitch was never a doubt. Under.
Never a doubt. Under the sea.
That's all I got. Fuck that game. I hope that was Brett Allen's last game of his entire life. A fucking
Ravens
Steelers
had what
game.
they needed. Steelers needed a playoff spot. Now they get to go lose horrifically to Baltimore. But actually, I mean, not Baltimore, Buffalo. But it is Buffalo, so they may have put themselves in a good spot. If any team's going to choke against a bad team, they found their one.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get into the game.
It was always Mason Rudolph and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Exactly what I said.
Hey,
Exactly
if
why
it's
I hit.
snowing outside, you need to have Mason Rudolph as your
I
quarterback.
told you. It was the first of the triple Ds. And just so you know, it only gets better. Let's keep going. Now, Houston, Indianapolis. We have the Colts and the Texans. Winner in, loser gone. CJ Stroud and them boys came through when they needed to without Tank Dell and made Nico Collins the star that he needed to be in that game and got the victory over the Colts. Minshew had one easy fucking dump off pass to make. For some reason, threw it behind his fucking receiver like a dummy. Fucked it all
Yeah,
up.
I'll just do everyone a
Everybody
favor
wants
real
to blame
quick
this
and-
running back for not catching the ball. But if I'm in a fucking wide open spot like this, where it's all just throw it here, just throw me the ball, and you throw it like that, where I have to go, come on, that's 100% on Minshew. And I think the fact that that bro is getting all the hate that he's getting, Goodson, I believe is his name, it should not be on him. That's on Minshew.
You know, it was always Texans.
Yep.
But when a player has 188 yards and you have 1 yard to get, whether you're throwing it or running it, he needs to be out there.
Yeah.
That guy never should have been in that position in the first place. Minshew,
JT on the bench, wild.
Minshew choked. JT was never supposed to be on the bench. Didn't matter how tired he was. Honestly, you can rest after you get this 1 yard. You can do it, JT.
For real.
We need you to get into the playoffs. That's why you've gotten 188 yards this game, because you're carrying the team. We need you now. So, yeah. Ugly game.
Look,
for-
once I took the Colts, I mean, America was saved because
Correct.
I've been playing this game with the Colts all year. So, like, you're welcome because this is what we all wanted. I wanted Houston to win. I just had to take the Colts because if I didn't take the Colts were going to end up putting Jonathan Taylor in the game and winning that game. So you're welcome, America. Now you get to watch CJ Stroud in the playoffs, and I'm going to bet on him next game because I don't have the Colts curse anymore. So fuck you, Colts. See you later. Smell ya.
You know, just because I'm feeling so absolutely fantastic, give me CJ Stroud. I'll give you some props.
Wow. Just because he knows he can talk down about his school.
Do you like the villain role? You like how he went into the home of Indianapolis and crushed their dreams? Is that what you're giving him props for?
Yeah. That's what the
He
Big
just
Ten
never
does,
gives CJ
crush
Stroud
teams.
props.
No, here's what happened. Lucas did such a good goddamn move right now that he realized, you know what, this man's been doing this shit all year. At some point, I'll say, you know what, good job, buddy. That's what it is. Just give him a little pat on the butt. That's what it is.
It just took 19 weeks for it to.
He's just so happy now that he's just like, you know what? He walked outside and went, God, this sky is so goddamn blue today. The air, whew, smells good to be alive. Like everything.
Fresher than fresh.
He's just, you know what I mean? Like,
Hey, they might fuck around and win a playoff game.
God, let's go Lions. All right. Next up, Tampa Bay, Carolina. We'll quickly go through this one. 9-0 was the final score. And then Carolina's head coach got fired because he's an interim and he's not a head coach.
Absolute disappointment by Carolina. You can't even get one touchdown. Look, we understand you guys are atrocious. Absolutely god awful. But to end the year, you just want to show everyone how ass you are and get shut out at home. Way to show your ass.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, Tampa Bay didn't get a touchdown. They only had 3 field goals, but you couldn't even match a field goal. You couldn't get anything. You skunked.
You did skunk.
Shame.
And then let's get into Cincinnati. And, I mean, this game, there's really nothing to say on this. I mean, Cincinnati, Cleveland, let's talk about it. Cincinnati and Cleveland, it was never a doubt. Cincinnati came in there, absolutely butt-fucked them without Joe Flacco, without their offense. The Cleveland Browns were the Cleveland Browns that we've seen forever. This game really meant nothing to them, everything to Cincinnati, and that's why the score was 31-14.
But with the winning of Cincinnati, it's the first time that a whole division went positive since the merger.
Super Bowl era. Yeah.
So that's
shout
cool.
out to them. I mean, it's a weird.
Shout out to that division for cannibalizing itself.
For real.
But hey, that's kind of what you have to do when you get to the end of the year. So I mean, hey.
Yeah,
no
it's hard to really speak on that game because you know that Cleveland wasn't really trying to win. Next game, we could talk about this one for sure. Minnesota and Detroit. Lions came out. We were a little weary about this whole celebration thing, but I think after me and Tyler realized it was just a 30-second video clip on a video board, we felt a lot better about this Lions whole ceremony banner thing.
Yeah.
And came out buzzing, came out on all cylinders. Lions came through to get the W. 30-20 was the final score. There was a couple scares with a couple injuries, the main one being Laporta. But at the end of the day, I think everything is leaning towards good than bad for that situation.
Look, the fact that it's Wednesday and they're not even for sure ruling him out yet means that there's a lot more positive than negative.
Right.
So
yes.
Look, if we need him, which we do, and he can play, then let him play. He can literally win this game and not play the next game, and I don't fucking care. I don't care. You need to win this fucking game so bad. But if he can, let him go. If he can only play the first half, fuck it, let him play the first half. If you think he can only play a half, save him for the second half. Try out Mitchell, the guy that dropped the pass in Dallas. I know that's who it is. But he also made a really great catch last game, kind of redeemed himself in my book. And frankly, anyone that was a Lions fan that was mad that we played Brock right, just remember, we only had 2 fucking tight ends on the depth chart for that game. He was playing no matter what.
Right.
Lions did what they were going to do. Like I said, -6.5. They were winning by a touchdown. And sucks some guys got injured, but we would have sat here and the Commanders beat the Cowboys, but we didn't play starters. 2 seasons.
And we lost to the Vikings.
It would have been a problem.
We would have been big sad.
You have to play.
Play to win. I agree.
Play to win every week, bro.
Play to fucking
Luke,
win every
what do
week.
you
I
got?
agree.
I'm always down for the whole play to win, but might have been smart to take out some of the players, especially towards the end of the game. I was like, oh my God, I still see Goff in there. It's not necessary for Goff in here. What if he just trips and breaks a toe? Oh my God, it'd be such the Lions if it happens. Just take him out. Let's be safe. Come on. We don't need him on the final
Breaks a
drive.
toe.
Just come on, man. We don't need this right now. Like,
Can't Hendon Hooker take the knee?
right? Like, you just get him some, why not put him on the final couple drives? Just get him some reps. Even Teddy B. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, let him play at least one snap before he fucking retires.
Yeah, for real. Next two games are both two teams eliminated from playoff contention, so we'll go through these ones quicker. Saints won over Atlanta 48-17. Went out with a bang. Good job, Derek Carr. You haven't thrown like that all fucking year. And then the Jets and the Patriots. The Jets won 17-3, and this one I do kind of want to talk about a little bit because this is the first time the Jets have beat the Patriots in 15 games, and it could very well be the last game you see with Bill Belichick at the helm.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Let me just back up a little bit. So Nick Saban, like the goat of college football, gets fucking dominated by Michigan and loses, and then he ends up retiring. And then Belichick fucking loses to the Jets after 15 years of beating the shit out of the Jets. And now he's about to get canned. What a world. What a year for football. Welcome to 2024, everyone. We have no idea what's in store for you. No idea.
And even the team that Seattle, they beat Arizona, and he still got fired. So it doesn't matter if you win. You're still not fucking safe. Oh, just ask Mike Vrabel. We'll get to that.
Hot.
Hey, I mean,
water.
Pete's still involved with the team.
Yeah,
he can't let his baby go.
Like,
he's the cheerleader.
It's
That's
not like
why.
you get canned.
He's gonna be in his office watching every play, running down the fucking glass with him. Yeah, go, 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 go. Just Pete, sit down.
They're gonna build like like the indoor level where the suites are, right? They're gonna build like a separate level. It's gonna be
walkway.
6 feet, just with a row of glass, so he can run back and forth the whole game and pretend like he's still on the sideline. But really, he's way fucking up there, just going back and forth on it with the team.
Nah. They're gonna build that man a zip line so he can zip line down to the sideline and start doing it.
No, like the mascots.
Pete's coming down from the top of the stadium. Coming down. He's like, yeah, I am the 12th man.
Oh my God.
He's in a fucking banana hammock going straight up his shoulders, up his ass. Just
they gotta do one where it's like the mascot on the
Marshawn Lynch.
Go, and then Pete like pushes him off and is like, no.
Bro, that just reminded me. I know we already passed it, but after Michigan won the game, I was listening to Pat McAfee, and he's commentating a streaker getting tackled.
Oh my God!
On his ankles.
He goes, there's a streaker on the field, and he's been tackled by security. Security.
Pants around the ankles, knee on the sternum.
Thank you, Pat McAfee.
Next game. Let's get into it. All right. Whew. Shit. I gotta gather myself because I'm gonna go from the highest of high to the lowest of low here. Okay.
Hold on. Penis check. Penis.
Tennessee Titans. Jacksonville Jaguars. Tennessee 28, Jacksonville 20. First things first, we got our fucking get back. We got our revenge. Been waiting a fucking year to spoil them the exact same way that they spoiled us. We were the one team that could take their playoff chances. The whole division that they've been looking at in first place the whole fucking year. Rip that shit out from underneath them and say, you're not going anywhere. You're going to stay in the offseason, go to Cancun. And that's exactly what we did. On all cylinders, we were firing Derrick Henry with his farewell game. I'm going to get emotional here, man. After he got that fucking touchdown, the second touchdown, when it was like a 30-yard run to the outside man, and you knew like that was probably going to be the last one, it felt good, I will say. And then there's a part of you thinking, he might not leave. Oh, he put that shit to bed immediately. The second the game is over, he didn't just get on the mic and thank the fans of Tennessee. He thanked all of the fans of Tennessee, all of the staff, all the player personnel, all the coaches, everybody. And at that point, you're sitting over here like, Oh, fuck. He's so gone. And I can't even talk about the game because all that's going through my head is what happened yesterday, which is the fact that Mike Vrabel got fired, which was all that you had going for you. If you're entering the rebuild, which we're pretty sure you are, and you have a coach that every other NFL fan base can look at and say, that's a coach I'd want for my team. It's a respectable head coach. I like him. And you let him go right as this process is starting because you didn't think, A, the last 2 seasons were going to be the same winning material that you needed going forward. What about the fucking divisional titles that you were nowhere near that he got you to? What about his overall record? What about the fact that he won Coach of the Year with the most injuries in an NFL season 2 years ago? And that's who we let go. I don't want to keep going because I won't stop, but the dumbest decision I've seen since I've been a Titans fan. Stupid, fucking stupid.
Breaking news.
So
Dylan
here's
is
the
no
one thing that
longer
I
a Titan
personally
fan.
think. Oh, go ahead.
I'm still a fan.
Oh, really?
I'm still a fan. I'm still going to ride. This is rock bottom. I'm still going to ride.
All right. Here, let me just say
Sorry,
this.
I was
Here's
saving
here's
that.
what I personally think, Dylan. I think that if I was the owner of this team, can you pick a fucking quarterback? Because you keep putting the wrong guy in, and then when Will Levis wants to show you that you should be playing him and that he's the guy, you fucking pull him out and put Tannehill back in. He throws 2 more picks and we lose the game. I wouldn't be 100% shocked if Mike Vrabel got fired because he couldn't fucking put Will Levis in the game when it was the right decision. The owner may not have told him, you be playing Will Levis. And he said, I'm the head coach of my football team. You have no idea. That could have happened. I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe the owner was like, "Oh, play Will Levis," and the coach was like, I'm going with my guy, yada yada. And then they're losing games, and the owner's like, "Well, you ain't gonna listen to me. You're gone." You never know why.
You could be right. I'm just like,
but that's what. If I was the owner, that's would be my reason. I'd be like, "You fucked up."
But the owner's reason, what the owner came out and said, what she said was, what?
Derrick Henry carried Mike Vrabel and this team.
Oh no,
because
Derrick Henry helped Mike Vrabel maintain that, but no, Derrick Henry didn't play most of that whole year where he got him to the playoffs. The Cincinnati thing, when he won Coach of the Year with the most injuries in the NFL, he didn't have Derrick Henry when he did that.
Yeah, but that's 2 years
ago. So
ago.
you cannot make that argument for every
everything's
year.
about now. Everything's about now. Everything's not about 2 years ago. Everything's about right
now.
No,
the problem is that the owner said, what I was going to say, Tyler, is the owner said the reason why Mike Vrabel was fired is because the last 2 seasons were not winning seasons, and that isn't up to standard.
That's fair.
That was the whole reason.
Okay. Maybe he didn't want to get into details.
Seems pretty vague though, so I honestly probably agree it's more towards what you're saying. That ass.
There's probably some bullshit.
Standards.
Look, if someone's getting fired and they're not like the team, if the team isn't like 3-4 win team, if you have like, a respectable record, but it's a losing record and you had like some problems throughout the year and it's whatever, and you get fired, there's probably some other underlying shit. So, never know.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, last thing I have to say, lost Kevin Byard, lost Lawan, gonna lose Henry, lost Vrabel. Whew, man, I'm happy to see online that Titans fans that have been fans longer than me are also saying that like this is one of the worst years ever for us. So I'm not just like, but then also I've only been a fan.
Yeah, you're not in total
worst
lunacy or anything.
But then also on the other side, I've only been a fan 4 years and I'm already at the worst of it. What the fuck? I thought I wouldn't have to go through that because that's already been done.
Dylan,
you just traded the Lions
to be good.
Yeah.
Exactly. In order to get the Lions to be good,
100%.
What did it cost? Everything.
You know what? I'm okay with that. If the Lions
it cost the entire Titans team.
Tannehill's gonna be gone.
The whole fucking squad.
Vrabel's gone.
Everybody.
Henry's gone.
They're gonna start. Hey, Tyler, watch.
The team's no longer in the NFL
we know what
anymore.
we're doing. We know what we're doing.
We're
gonna start Malik at starting quarterback. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're gonna start Malik at starting quarterback next year. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're gonna draft another one.
Wait till you see who they hire as fucking head coach. One step at a time, buddy.
Do you know who they're in talks with right now? The main man they're in talks with, Tyler? The Lions defensive coordinator, Aaron Glenn.
Oh. That'd be kind of sick.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Glenn is your head coach? Oh. So much so that he lost full connection. Well,
that's what the world thought of his.
I guess so. Last time it took a lot longer for Dylan to disappear in the middle of the game.
Give me Ben Johnson if you're going to give me a head coach. God damn it.
Fuck you.
Why would you steal him from the Lions to put him on the
leaving.
Titans?
Oh, it's
no,
confirmed.
he's leaving regardless.
Gone.
He's leaving regardless.
So
I just don't want him to go to the
Come to
Titans.
Tennessee.
No.
Don't go to New England.
Yeah, go put him on a.
Well, okay, if he goes
to
to
a poverty
then I'm a
franchise.
Lions fan. I'm a Ben Johnson fan, so whatever team he goes to, I'm gonna root a little bit for him.
See?
Unless he goes
All right.
to a rival, but
Sorry
I
for
don't think he'll do that.
spending that long on it.
Bro, what if he went to like the Bears?
Okay, see, what are we doing? No, they announced today. Matt Eberflus is coming back today. He signed a new deal like 8 hours ago. He's their head coach. They're staying with Eberflus.
What if he
Thank
goes
God,
to the
because I don't
Packers?
like him. I think he's ass.
We have
Crazy.
7
Well,
currently.
we'll keep laughing.
Just to answer your question, or like they have 7 current open head coach jobs, Tyler, as of right now. Let's get
I would be
into the
surprised if there ended up
Seattle.
being more.
Yeah, let's get into Seattle and Arizona. One of those head coaches we just talked about. Seattle won this game. Didn't really mean anything though, because both these teams didn't make the playoffs. So, does anyone have anything on this game? I don't.
Fuck Seattle.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's
it.
Next game, and fuck you, Bears, for not hitting this triple D. 17-9 the final score. Green Bay and Chicago. The Packers just decided, you know what? We're just going to continue owning Chicago another year. We're just going to continue doing what has worked. 17-9 was the final.
Oh, and we're going to make the playoffs.
And Justin Fields threw for 148 yards. And now a week after everyone chanting, "We want Fields," Bears fans are terrified that management is going to get rid of him. They are shitting themselves online,
If
Tyler.
you saw
They're shitting
Justin Fields' press conference after the game, it leads me to believe that he thinks he's getting shipped too.
Yeah, Bears fans on Twitter are like, the second the game ended, they're like, well, fuck me, because they're going to ship him, and there's nothing we can do about it now. So they're all worried. And I don't blame them.
talk about a fucking deadly combination. Whatever team hires Ben Johnson also trades for Justin Fields.
If Ben Johnson and Justin Fields end up on the same team, it's the same as Vrabel and Henry staying together going
in like
somewhere.
2 or 3 years.
You got 2 people that are fucking at the hip, and they'll ride.
So
man.
yeah, that'd be crazy.
I agree. Luke, do you have anything on this Green Bay Chicago game?
No.
Okay. Let's get into the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. Both teams that were sitting, not making the playoffs.
Yeah,
both 500.
I didn't watch this game at all.
Yeah, Vegas won 27-14. That was the final score, and that's all you need to know. Next game, we had another game that a lot of people probably did not watch, and that was the Chiefs and the Chargers. Chiefs got it done, though, 13-12 was the final. Game here that people did watch.
12.
A game here that people did watch was, I stop. Why?
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I just keep getting fucking
good on
phone
my
calls
screen.
that pop up on the iPad for some reason. I don't like it. But Philly, New York. Keep fading Philly. They keep fucking losing. We're now at 6. Philly lost 27-10. It was 26-0 or 27-0 going into halftime, and it was all Giants from the jump, and it never stopped.
No, look, man, Philadelphia fell all the way off. Everything is in shambles. AJ Brown.
Everything I said about that defense,
it's gone. The defense is horrible. Like everything's falling apart, and I don't even know. I'm not even sure. Like Nick Sirianni looks like he might be in the hot seat, and he was just at the Super Bowl.
Yep.
But did he really know what he was doing, or was it all his coordinators? Because it started to look like it was all the coordinators.
I think he knew what he was doing. Here's the thing, Tyler, that I've learned with Sirianni. If you've watched
they lost
his
both
game,
their coordinators.
that man, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but from what I've seen, that man is not adapt. That man is I have one thing in my mind, and this is how we're going to run the game plan of this game, and we're going to run it like this all fucking game. We're going to run the bubble screens. We're going to run this. We're going to run that. We're going to run that. And we're not changing from first quarter to fourth quarter, no matter what the score is. And that's how he plays his football games. And that's why he loses a lot of the football games that he loses, in my opinion. He doesn't adapt. He doesn't change it up if shit's going wrong at halftime. He comes out doing the same thing and just hoping it works. He's a little bit insane because that's the definition of insanity. But do you agree with that? Like, that's just my assessment, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Okay.
He's just a stubborn motherfucker.
Correct, yes.
And he's Philly's head coach, so he's clearly an
if
asshole.
it doesn't work...
Just saying.
Yeah. I want to do it my way, and
just
if it
comes with
doesn't
being
work,
Philly's
then
head coach.
it's not the right way. Yeah. Rams, Niners. Rams made it close. They made it interesting. They made you worry. Will they do it? Oh, but they pulled it off. 21-20.
Yeah.
Like we said, their
Yeah,
backups were better than the Niners' backups. And that's what mattered. And out of all those backups playing, one backup that wasn't playing was the man that made 2 records, and that's Puka Nacua. Broke the rookie reception record and broke the rookie receiving
They were
record.
trying so hard to stop it.
Oh, yeah.
The 49ers
That's
defense.
all they were playing for.
Bro, they were literally
Yeah.
doubling, tripling him like the whole game.
They knew what was happening. They didn't want it to happen on them.
They were
And-
holding the living
Gonna
shit
happen.
out of them. They're like, no, you're not going anywhere. I'll take a flag before I let you catch this ball.
Yeah. Quickly before we get into Sunday night,
And he still got
Dallas,
it. Dog.
Dallas beat the shit out
Certified
of Washington, 38-10.
But this
Game's
week-
not close.
Fuck them.
But in Sunday Night Football, we had the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. And Miami, who was sitting pretty nice in that division all year, you know what, man? This is the time we got this division clinched. Watched it slip through their fingers at the very last game. And Buffalo not only takes the division, but because they won out, they have the 2 seed and home field advantage.
It's okay.
Yeah, look,
Miami's-
Buffalo turning up at the right time, like the Lions last year. So, Luke, going from the highest of highs in the Natty to the Dolphins fumble in the back. What
The only thing that could almost taint your mood. Almost.
It's okay. We're still going to beat the fraudulent Chiefs.
I
Then
agree.
We're gonna move
Are you
on.
sure?
Yes.
I
In
actually agree with him.
Arrowhead,
Actually, well,
0
yeah.
degrees and windy.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
Tyreek's
I know
revenge
playing-
game.
I'm betting on the fucking Chiefs.
I know. Oh yeah, go and play in Arrowhead on the road. Oh my God, so scary. That was
It ain't
scary
even about
last
no,
year
it
and the
ain't
years
even about
before. It ain't scary this year, okay? I don't care what
0-10
anyone
in
says.
games under 40 degrees. 0-10. Doesn't matter who you play. It's going to be 0 degrees and
Yeah.
windy. You're
Yeah, that's
not
gonna-
winning that game.
Mahomes
you can't throw
receivers-
it.
Hey, Mahomes receivers can barely even catch the ball on a good, nice, warm day. They're gonna
Also
be.
true.
They're not gonna have any hands. They're not
Also
even
true.
gonna. They're gonna. They're
This
gonna.
is
Only
actually-
one person needs
okay,
to
you
have
know what I
hands
just
in this
heard?
game, and it's Travis Kelce. That's literally it. Only one person.
All
needs to
you
have
guys
enough
are
hands in
telling
this
me
game.
is take the under. Under 44
Yeah,
points, ladies and
100%.
gentlemen.
Yeah.
But we're not
Yeah.
talking about that. We're
Well,
talking
yeah,
about who's going to
yeah.
win.
Yeah, let's
Your
talk about
points are
Travis
relevant,
Kelce. How he's been absolute dog shit since Taylor
Tyreek Hill's
Swift
busy
changed
trying to
her
burn his own house
Hey.
down, dude. I'm not worried
Hey.
about him. He's got other problems.
because he's
got
got to.
3
He's got to
newborns
bring
and
the
and a new
warmth
house,
to
okay?
KC.
He has
He's got
so
to bring
many
the
other
warmth to
issues.
KC. Okay. Hey, Travis Kelce's been absolute dog water ever
He
since
lit
Taylor
Miami on
Swift changed
fire.
those lyrics.
Come on.
He's had one
just trying to get-
one tutty
He's trying to
since the
prepare
lyric change
himself.
from Taylor Swift. Absolute dog water.
All right, Dylan. I think we're-
Okay.
Game's
That was
up.
one of the games for week 18. I have a genuine. I mean, should we do the playoff games now? Because, I mean, Luke is not going to be here Saturday to do them. So,
we can do Luke's games now, but Jesse's not here.
okay. Luke, we're just going to run through you.
Luke,
real
you want to
quickly.
give your games now since there's a 100% chance
9.
that we don't see you on Saturday?
Yeah, why not? All right.
Okay.
Beautiful. Let's do it. 4:30.
Now you can
I'll
sleep
just hit
in
you
and
with the
not feel
game.
bad about
You
it.
just hit me with your pick. We'll go boom, boom, boom. We got 4:30. Number 5, Cleveland Browns. Number 4, Houston Texans. -2.5, Cleveland. Over under 44.5.
You know, I just gave CJ Stroud his props. But you know, I've been loving the Browns defense all game. And what happens when CJ Stroud goes against a top-notch defense? I'll give you a little flashback to when OSU played Michigan. It wasn't good for him. Give me the Browns.
Next game, 8 o'clock. Number 6,
Makes so
Miami
much
Dolphins. Number 3, Kansas City Chiefs. Both 11-6. Minus 4.5 points for the Chiefs. Over under 44 points.
Give me the Miami Dolphins. Fins up, going to Arrowhead to play the Taylor Swift Chiefs.
All right, next game, we got the number 7 Steelers going to the number 2 Bills. Minus 10 points for Buffalo. Over under 36 points.
Bills are fraudulent. They've always been fraudulent. Give me the Steelers, even without Watt.
All right,
Because
4:30.
Watt's
Number
brother's going to
7.
come in and play for him.
Yo, did y'all see real quick? Did y'all see what his brother posted?
Yeah, you think they'll notice?
You think they'll notice? And a picture of him photoshopping jersey. Love that.
Number 7
Because
Packers.
Mason Rudolph
Number 2
gonna lead
Cowboys.
that slate
Minus
of victory.
7.5 points. Minus 7.5 points for the Cowboys against the Packers. Over under 50.5 points in Dallas.
It's a Mike McCarthy revenge
Cowboys
game, Luke.
The Cowboys are fraudulent. I fucking hate the Cowboys. I hate everything Dallas. Give me the Packers because I want the Packers and the Lions to meet up in playoffs. So you want to know why? So when the people I was going to buy tickets off of decide, oh, wait, we're not going to be here this weekend. I'm going to sell tickets. And then me and Bookie are going to go to that game and hit each other's guts, beat the shit out of each other, fight a ton of fans for no goddamn reason, and all the reasons combined. Lock it.
Bang.
Lock
All right,
it.
Monday night, we have number 5 Eagles, number 4 Bucks. Minus 3 points to the Eagles in Tampa Bay. Over under 44 points.
Talk about falling off a cliff. You know, fly Eagles fly. They got to learn to fly first. Give me the Tampa Bay Bucks shooting down the bird. because
Die,
they can't
Eagles,
fly.
die.
Die, Eagles, die.
Final game for the playoffs, 8 o'clock. Los Angeles Rams going to the number 3 Detroit Lions. Lions minus 3 points, over under 51.5 at Ford Field. First home playoff game in 30 years.
Give me the over.
Smart
And
man.
the Lions victory.
And those are Luke's wild card weekend picks.
I still had it on repeat applause because Nick
Four
saved
of the
us to
6
go.
games,
Sorry.
I have underdogs. You heard it here first.
Value.
Value.
Thank you
Put that in the
for
parlay.
watching the podcast. We appreciate all of you guys. And if you want to check us out on the
Yeah,
socials,
we don't appreciate Dylan.
No, they don't. So if you want
Yeah,
to
me
check
and my
us out,
homies hate Dylan.
Yeah,
you wanna
so
check
subscribe
us
to the
out
channel so
over-
Dylan can
yeah,
be supported.
Dylan. And if you want to check us out over on Instagram, that's at Sharps Network. And if you want to tag Fuck Dylan, you can do that too. If you want to go over
Yeah,
to Twitter
tag it.
at Sharps
Tag it.
Network,
Put it in the
you
comments.
can do that. You can tag Fuck McDilly over there too if you want. Then
Fuck
you go
Yeah,
McDilly.
in
over
the
to Twitch,
comments.
Fuck the Tennessee
You go
Put
over
in
Titans.
the
to Sharps
comments on
Fuck the Seattle
everything.
Kraken.
and then you
Blow
chat
it up.
Fuck McDilly in the chat. You go over to Twitch,
Fuck
put a
McDilly in the chat.
Okay?
Yeah.
Then when you're done with that, you're gonna head all the way back over to YouTube just so you can subscribe to our channel, click on our videos. That's at Sharps Network, Sharps Sports Network, and you can fuck McDilly in the comments. Then, when you're done with that, you can head over to the Sharps Sports Betting app over on your app store, and you can play all the games that you want to play, bet all the games that you want to bet, and make all the money that you want to make. And if you use promo code TYCO11, that will help you a great deal. That's promo code TYCO11. Thank you guys for watching the podcast.
011.
011 011 011. And if you want to catch us again, you can catch us Saturday because the boys will be here. We're going to hit you with this wild card. We're going to hit you with all that you need to know in the world of sports because that's what we fucking do over at Sharps. Have a great week. I'm McDilly. We'll see you next time. Peace. Go on.
It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine.
Fuck, if you're in downtown Detroit on motherfucking Sunday, I'm gonna fucking come find you and you're gonna drop a lock on Sharps app, you piece of shit. Go Lions. Go Lions.
Go Lions. Go Red Wings. Go Blue.